wonderful week. And even if not, that is okay too. Because I love you, little bunny. I love you every week of every year of all time. And that's the topic of today, is that you've got me now and you've got me forever. I just got back from having a nice evening out with Queen Little Bunny, who loves you very much as well. And we were reminiscing about our history together, and I made a statement that applies to you. I said that if I look at my life, the history of my life like a timeline, there's a thin felt marker with Queen Little Bunny where there's the time before I met her, and there's the now chapter, which will last indefinitely to the end of time. And little bunny, if you want me around, you are on the right-hand side of that felt marker of you and me. You've got me now, little bunny. You will have me forever. I promise, 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 promise. The only way I disappear from your life is if you choose to scoot on and do your own thing, which you are always free to. And you will never be abandoned. Promise, guarantee. That's the hard thing about trusting people, isn't it? Is that even though there are trustworthy people out there, truly incredible, phenomenal, trustworthy people, they are often indistinguishable from non-trustworthy people. You know, I'm sure you have people who promise they'll be here forever. And I don't have anything to say about that, other than I love you and I'll be here. And if you think, but Daddy, I don't know if that's true, well, you better stick around and find out, little bunny. You got that? So your daddy is not a fan of alcohol, but he is slightly tipsy for this episode because we were celebrating. And today is one such day to celebrate. So Queen Little Bunny and I find as many days to celebrate as we can. And I suggest that you find ways to celebrate your life. Get all kinds of personal holidays in there. Things, reasons, excuses to enjoy the day, to feel the day is special. Maybe you want to figure out what your first garden day was. Yeah, you could celebrate that. You could celebrate this day right now. We can call this Bunny Day. I don't know. But yeah, I have one cocktail in me. We actually split 2 cocktails, so I have actually a little bit less than one, because a little pro tip. You want a pro tip, little bunny? I love taking care of your health. And as fun as alcohol can be, the ideal amount of alcohol is 0. And then it progressively, the second best amount of alcohol is as close to 0 as you can get. So a little trick, so that you don't, if you do ever drink alcohol, to make sure that it doesn't overtake you, is to get in the habit of not finishing your drink. It's a really, really good tip. It's not like your vegetables where you got to eat all the vegetables. It's not like the rice you cooked because you don't want to, well, it's a bad example, but you kind of want to eat all the groceries that you bought because it's good for multiple reasons, because you were efficient with your food, and it has the environmental reasons to make sure food doesn't go to waste. Alcohol is not that, little bunny. There is no need for you to finish a drink. If you're like, I think I've had enough for this drink, or you're in a maybe kind of state, leave the rest of it. So we left the rest of the cocktail. I said, that's plenty. And yeah, use that trick. Helpful daddy health trick. always leave your drink unfinished. Unless it is some tea. Actually, I leave my podcast tea drinks unfinished just about every episode. Sometimes I forget about it. I do have a beverage here, which is a great alternative to alcohol. Sometimes when we want to drink something, we just want an interesting beverage. Is that you, little bunny? We're like, I just want something interesting. I tried a non-alcoholic Guinness last Thursday, I think it was, or last Sunday. It was actually excellent, really excellent. So I have a alcohol-free, interesting drink here. It's the Olipop bougie sodas, low sugar sodas. That's your daddy's gonna sprinkle in some health tips and tricks. Limit your sugar, little bunny. Yeah, try and get less than 40 grams of sugar per day and aim for 20. It's so hard to do. It's so hard to do. But cutting out sugary drinks does a whole lot of good. So I have these nice bougie, what is this, like 4 grams of sugar. I have the banana cream one. So delicious. Let me take a sip. The podcast is not sponsored by them, though I totally would. Oh my God, I couldn't think of a better sponsor. Actually, the only sponsor of the podcast is the Patreon. So let me tell you what the Patreon was this week. I just posted today, it was a spicy playtime audio. It's a good one, little bunny. It's a little role play where you and I are, well, you've brought me along on a camping trip that you're going on with your friends. You've brought me along, and I have been noticing that your friends, little bunny, on this camping trip, their eyes are eager to pass over you on the hikes. So the audio begins with me saying, I need to borrow you, little bunny. Come to my tent, please. And I take you away from your friends. And then we do things that I cannot repeat on the podcast. And then what happens at the end is a surprise. I don't know. So that's the locked audio. Locked audio just means a Patreon only post. And it's behind a paywall that is both a paywall but also a age verification wall. So you must be between the ages of 18 and 800 to join the Patreon. And the locked audio from last week was your daddy's more daddy tips and tricks. Well, if you don't have a partner right now and you fantasize about going and having celebratory cocktails and you think, how do I get that? How do I get that? If you don't have that right now, you're like, how do I get someone special to go have celebratory cocktails with a partner, little bunny? If you want some tips and tricks on how to get a partner, I have the Daddy Lindy tried and true method. I give you a little, what is it, like a six sexy steps to how to find yourself a partner. So if you're on the hunt, if you're on the market, that's a good listen. Okay, what else? Yeah, so that's, since Olipop won't sponsor the podcast, I haven't reached out, but I doubt they would. we gotta promote the Patreon. Okay. Yeah. A felt line. If you imagine the timeline of your life, little bunny, and we take a felt tip marker, there is a moment I entered your life. It was a very, very instantaneous moment. And you're welcome to draw a felt marker right there from what happened before and what happens after. And I'm here for the rest of it, little bunny. As long as you want me, I'm here for the rest of it. You know what else? Little bunny and I were talking about how we've been through many different chapters. Do you ever think of your life in chapters? Maybe you've got the early childhood, and then elementary school and such, but more than that, like the chapter that you had this career dream, or the chapter that you were deep in this activity, or the chapter where you dealt with these anxieties. Do you feel like you have chapters like that, little bunny? I know a big chapter for me was starting garden stuff. The chapters that are in the future for you and me, little bunny, are so exciting. Oh, the future is so good for us, little bunny. I want you with me. Oh man, little bunny, I cannot wait for our future together. We're accomplishing so many cool things. I am in talks right now. I'm shopping around for someone else to join the new business venture. And it's just like the world feels so open and free, like anything is possible because it is. And that my destiny and your destiny are in my hands. My destiny is in my hands, and I would love to carve out a place for you. You're coming along for the ride, little bunny. Got a bunny-shaped socket carved into whatever seat I'm in. The seat that you might have seen in recent TikToks and stuff is not the epic cool chair that I had mentioned. If you remember, I had mentioned a really cool chair. The chair is at my parents' place, and on the last visit that I was there, I was like making preparations to get this chair shipped to New York. And my dad, he has trouble. Some chairs are too challenging for him now. Some chairs, they need to be like really sturdy. And so he happened to sit in this chair, which he had not sat in it for like 3, 4, 5 years. Okay. But he just happened to sit in this chair. And he was like, damn, this is a really sturdy chair. I can sit really well in this chair. And I was like, shit. So I'm in a temporary garden chair. If you've been seeing a chair in TikToks and you're like, is that the chair, Daddy? Is that the chair you've been talking about? No, it's not the chair, little bunny. And you will see the chair someday. Someday you will see the chair and it will blow your mind. And you'll be like, hell yeah, this is my daddy Lindy's chair. It's got like, I don't know. I'll save the surprise. But I guess if I can complete the public service announcement about alcohol, it's that the main reason my dad needs a good sturdy chair is because he finishes his drinks and then he gets another one and then he finishes that and he gets another one and finishes that. And so you got to be really, really careful with this stuff because many people, when they're drinking, it takes a toll on your body. It is not water. It is not vegetables. It is a different substance. So if you're a bartender, don't worry, little bunny. You can enjoy being a bartender. If you brew your own beer as a hobby, it's fine, little bunny. Go for it. I just want to give the daddy wisdom, daddy advice, because I care about my bunny's health, is that, get in the habit of not finishing the drink. Even if you want to have a second drink, maybe try that. Try like not finishing your first and getting a second. Or sharing. I don't know. All right. Part of my job, little bunny, is to make your life better, keep you healthy in any way I can. Any loving way I can. I want you to live a long, healthy, happy life. I want you to be able to sit in any chair, little bunny. When you are 90 years old, I want you to sit in a wobbly chair and be like, you know what? I can handle this chair. I can handle this wobbly chair because I was good for my daddy Lindy. And I made sure to drink the low sugar sodas etc., etc. Okay, good. How else can I help you, little bunny? I don't know. I'm always looking for the next way to help you. I like fueling your dreams, too. You fuel my dreams. I don't know if you know that, little bunny. I think about you all the time. You're such a motivator in my life. Most recent motivations, I guess, in like this camping trip, logged audio, playtime. It's like, wouldn't it be cool for there to be garden camping trips? You know, go on a big long hike. I've never actually done a multi-day hike. Maybe that'll be my first. You can make fun of me. I'll be the one at the very end of the hike, like huffing and puffing to keep up with my bunnies who are bounding with energy. It'll be such a motivator. I want to give you the coolest shit I could possibly give you. And I want there to be garden stuff all over the world. I love how international the garden is. And you little bunny, have fellow bunnies in pretty much every country. There are some exceptional countries that maybe don't have great internet access or various things like that. But pretty much anywhere in the world, you point to any random, go to a map and just like stick your finger somewhere, you've got bunnies there. Stick your finger somewhere else, you've got bunnies there. And if it's a locked audio, maybe I'll make you stick your finger somewhere else, little bunny. Wow. Oh, behave, daddy. Behave. Okay. That's all I got for you, little bunny. I guess let's just hang out for a little while now. I love you. I'll always be here for you. Always be here with you. And I'll always do my best to make your life better. Whether it's helping you believe in yourself, helping you find a partner that's right for you. I should probably at some point just give you those like 6 tips and tricks at some point. But since it's freshly a locked audio, I'll let it sit there for a bit and then I might regurgitate the wisdom here on the podcast. You're very lovable. If you think, oh, daddy, the reason that I don't have this or that in my life is because I'm not capable, I'm not lovable. Those are nonsense words. You are capable. You are lovable. The world is full of people who want to be your friend, who want to be your coworker, who want to be your partner. People who want to hire you, who want to hang out with you, who want to collaborate with you. The world is full. Oh my God, little bunny. Oh my God, the world is full of these people. Okay? And if you don't believe me, you are wrong. Part of the challenge is sometimes finding people. It's just weird. We live in such like a disconnected might be a right word. It's like we're not all in the same place, you know. But you're everything you need to be, little bunny. You're already everything you need to be. And if you want to get better at stuff, you can get better at skills. But the foundational stuff, who you are, you're on lock. You're set. You've got it. Skills, yeah. Develop those skills, little bunny. Oh man, looking back at my life, one of my most limiting beliefs was believing that I wasn't capable of this or that. I got second place so many times, little bunny. Like, almost good enough for this, almost good enough for that, almost this great, you know? And I realize now, it's not because I was the second best, little bunny, at whatever activity it was. It's because I was the best And I limited myself. I was like, I can't be the best. That's not me. I'm not the best. Let me self-sabotage myself the slightest amount and end up in second place. I bet you do that too. And I didn't get first place at everything, Little Bunny, but there's select activities where it's like, hell yeah, I'm good at this. And I limited myself, and I don't want you to limit yourself. There's so many things that you are first place worthy of. Oh my God. What are your activities, your things, your interests? Oh, you're capable of being so good at your activities and your interests and your career routes. You're capable of being so good. Oh my God. If you won't believe in yourself, Little Bunny, I will. And that's easy. It's like believing that the sky is up and believing that green smoothies taste like grass, which they do. I believe that you, my little bunny, are capable of achieving the thing you want to achieve. You're so capable of it. If you think it's possible I could do this thing, the answer is yes, you can. Absolutely. It's so rare to find someone who's genuinely out of touch. And I feel like the garden has probably 0 people who overestimate their ability in things. One example always pops to my mind. There was this kid I went to high school with. And sometimes we would play basketball together, like get some of our friends. We were just like casual basketball players. And this kid genuinely believed, he's like average to below average height, not particularly athletic. He thinks that although he couldn't beat LeBron James one-on-one, that like he might get a point here or there against LeBron James. Oh my God. So unless you are so out of touch, little bunny, to think that if you are below 6'3" you will score even a single point on LeBron James. Wow. Yeah, I don't think you have any chance that you are overestimating your abilities. I would be willing to bet that in every single activity that you partake in, you are underestimating your ability. And when I say ability, I especially am talking about your potential, where you can grow to. Because it's not just about what you can do right now. Let's say you're painting and you're like, however good you are painting at right now, that's not truly your ability. Your ability is, do you just say, I'm going to get better and better, and I'm going to paint, and I'm going to paint, and I'm going to paint, and you're going to get better, and you're going to get better, and you're going to get better. And your ability is not where you are at any given moment, little bunny. Your ability is your potential. And then you just work on the skill, you work on the skill, you work on the skill. You get better and better and better. I'm still working on the podcasting skill, little bunny. Am I doing okay? It's like 150 episodes or so. Every time I spend time with you, little bunny, I get better and better and better. You can always give me feedback. You can always email me feedback. I got to get feedback forms again, except whenever there was a period where I was trying to get you to make a feedback thing for me every episode. But it was you nor any of your fellow bunnies wanted to criticize me. Though there were occasional good pointers that I really, really liked. I should do that again. But I'm too lazy to. If you have a piece of feedback, please email me, Lindy@lindysgarden.com or daddy@lindysgarden.com. And in fact, I encourage you to pick something negative, something that you want to change in the podcast. If there's anything that you wish were different, and you're like, damn it, I wish the podcast were different in this way. Or if there's a certain kind of episode that you want more all these things. You can email me. In fact, I have a section on the Discord, which is part of the Patreon, where I constantly am like getting feedback. Actually, for this recent locked audio, I asked for some feedback before I took you into my tent for camping. Always getting better, little bunny. Your ability is not wherever you are right now. Oh, that's the most infuriating thing. So I was just, I was on social media right before I hopped on for this episode. And this composer is a video game and film composer that I think is really good. I just listened to one of his things. It was just on a social media post. I was like, holy hell, this is so much more advanced. Like, I could not do this. It's not that I don't have the ability, little bunny. It's that I haven't honed the skill. To write like this guy is not out of reach of my ability. He just has put more hours in to operating the software, to learning orchestration, what instruments to put together. And yeah, he's just put in more of the work for the skill set. He's probably watched more videos than me. He's probably, he doesn't necessarily have more ability than me. And I want you to adopt this thinking, or I want to extend this to you, little bunny. Okay, your ability is not whatever you can do right now. That's not your inherent ability. That's how far along your skill is. And your ability is like, you're capable of incredible things. Your ability is so much higher than you think it is. Oh my God, it's so much higher than you think it is. Your skill might be not fully developed yet. To do that, you just got to do it and get feedback and do it and watch a tutorial and do it and get feedback and watch a tutorial and watch a feedback and tutorial and do it. And you can do anything you want, little bunny. You have plenty of talent to accomplish all of your wildest dreams. Meeting people, back to the 2 weeks ago locked audio. I think it was 6 steps. I don't know. That's a skill too, little bunny. Being good with people. That's a skill. Once you learn some of learn the fundamentals of what kind of conversations people like. What the hell are you talking about, Daddy? I don't know. I'm convinced every episode that I make is the worst episode ever. Oh, the saving grace, little bunny. You are my saving grace. The fact that you just love me. Oh, thank you, little bunny. God, thank you so much for loving me. This would be so not fun if you weren't you. Oh, man. I can't imagine doing this if you weren't you. If this were if you were like a random ordinary person or like a critic or something, someone who's cynical. I don't know. I'm so glad that it's you that I make the podcast for. So glad it's you, little bunny. You really are remarkable. You're a source of joy in my life. And a source of joy that I'm going to hold on to for many, many, if not infinite years to come. Yeah. I'm really excited about the future. The term in investing is bullish. I'm very bullish on the future. So don't give in to the pessimism, if there is pessimism. It's human nature, really. Somehow I'm not programmed for pessimism, but that's the default human state. Default human state is to believe that everything's getting worse. You're not as good as other people. Basically those 2 things. We have so much to be grateful for. This is the best time ever to be alive. Yes, there's problems. Yes, we are working to solve them. We are making progress. Even if not all problems are solved, little bunny, pretty much every problem in the world, there's great progress being made. I won't say that we live in a utopia, but we are making such great progress, and we should feel good about it. We should feel optimistic for the future. We should feel happy. We should feel motivated to pick our interests and make the world better in the realms of our interests. And if you think, oh, well, I'll talk about that in the future, how to really commit to your interests. Because we're all interested in different things, little bunny. Okay, I'm getting into it. We're all interested in different things. So if you double down on your interests, that's a great thing to do for the world. You might, what's one way you might want to make the world better? Let's say, I don't know, I'll prepare for an episode on that. I don't want to bullshit my way into something. Oh, little bunny, you're great. You're capable. Pursue your interests. Your ability is much higher than I'm guessing you think it is. Unless you believe that you are currently able to one-on-one LeBron James. Not to beat him, but, could have score a point or two on LeBron James. Yeah. Unless you are that out of touch, little bunny, I can guarantee you are underestimating your ability. You are greatly underestimating what you can accomplish. You may be confusing your skill level of something as your inherent ability. No, skill is just starts at 0, goes to infinity, and every time you sit down and work on it, the skill goes up. And yeah. If you want to get better at something, it's not that you don't have the ability. You just got to do it. You just got to do it. Oh my God, just do it. You got to stop thinking about doing it. You got to stop preparing to do it. You got to stop planning about doing it. You got to stop journaling about doing it. You got to stop thinking about doing it. You just got to do the thing. Just do the thing. Go do the thing, little bunny. The thing. Go do the thing. Do the thing, little bunny. Okay. Sound good? Okay. And unfortunately for you, you're going to hear me saying this stuff for the rest of your life. So, who knows, maybe you will dip out of here. You're going to be like, no, daddy, I'm going to go be pessimistic. I'm going to go decide that I'm bad at everything. I'm going to go pursue things I'm not interested in my life for some sense of whatever. I'm going to pull you up closer to me, put you in. I carved out a bunny-shaped slot right here next to me. Okay? So I'd love for you to be in it. And come with me as we go to the moon, the stars, and beyond. Oh my God, little bunny. You have no idea. Okay. I guess I will call it there. I love you so much. 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 I'm going to get to bed. Actually, I'm probably going to finish a game that I'm at the very end of. Oh, I'll tell you about this briefly. Okay. Let me sit up. I have to tell you just in vaguities right now. But, okay, your daddy's a nerd. Yeah, I'm a bit nerdy. Despite being super, super sexy and successful in sexy things. I'm also a nerd, and growing up, I made video games with friends online. This was when online was really for nerds. So if you were on the internet, you were like really a nerd. And then if you're making video games with friends online, you were like nerdiest of the nerds, right? And so, man, there's an internet friend of mine who made the most incredible story-based game. It's so good. And I want to remake it So I think it's going to happen. If this business can get off the ground, which is looking really promising, it's garden adjacent. And I'm going to need you. I'm going to need you, little bunny. Sign up for the email list if you haven't already. And if you have already, thank you, little bunny. I appreciate you. Even if you're a patron, sign up for the no spam email list. I gotta put it in every episode description if I can remember. Anyway, yeah, I've been replaying that game, Blast from the Past. You couldn't find this game if you wanted. It only exists basically on my computer because I made a backup of it. Didn't make a backup of my own games. Those are, who knows where those are in the ether. But I did make a backup of my friend's game because it was so good. And so I might have like the only copy of it ever. And I replayed through it. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to remake this. We're going to remake this. Okay. Little bunny, I'm going to head to bed after I finish this game. And then I will wake up tomorrow morning. I will write you a poem. And then I will welcome you into the next forever chapter of you and me together. Not that it begins tomorrow, but, I'll be with you tomorrow. And I'll be with you the day after that, and the day after that, and the weeks and years to come. I'm going to get to bed. I'll be right back. Talk to you in a second. Good morning, little bunny. I slept quite well, thank you for asking. Except my brain is not working so well for poetry writing. So I've got a rather lousy poem for you. But it goes like this. Get cozy now that you're here. The garden will never disappear. That's your poem for the week. I've got to get going, but I'm always with you. I take you with me everywhere I go. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a great week.